You're listening to Tea Time, your half hour for half the caffeine here on KFUO Radio. I'm Andy Bates, and we have a wonderful panel this morning to help us start off this new series of Tea Time with information, news that you can use, things that are really practical that you can put into use right away, very relevant. We have the Reverends of Radio, Pastor Timothy Appel. Good morning, Pastor Appel.
Top of the morning to you.
And Pastor Brady Finnern. Good morning, Pastor Finnern.
Good morning. Good morning.
And Pastor James Cleland.
Good morning.
Everybody has a cup of tea ready to go?
Yes, yeah. Earl Grey, hot.
Not too caffeinated, though.
No.
We can't get too caffeinated on this program.
Is Mountain Dew caffeinated?
Our first episode of Tea Time, we thought we'd really work hard on providing you just information that you can use, very practical, very relevant, things that you can put into use in your daily life, starting with today. So that's right. I think Pastor Cleland said he's been training for this his entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Today, you get 2 segments of dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
From the Reverends of Radio and me. So, Pastor Appel, do you have any dad jokes? Do you want to start us off with a dad joke, and then we'll work our way around the room to Pastor Finnern and Pastor Cleland and myself?
Sure. Do you want to hear a joke about construction?
Sure.
I'm still working on it, but one day I'll nail it.
All right, Pastor Finnern, do you have any jokes you're working on?
Well, this past weekend, we were dog sitting. And so I asked my dog, not my dog, it was dogs, we're dog sitting. I said, what's 2 minus 2? He said nothing.
No, that was a math joke. We should give that to Pastor Appel.
I got some of those too.
Oh, do you have math jokes? All right, Pastor Cleland.
Yeah, so I used to work in a bookstore, and this girl came in one day, and she wanted a specific book. She wanted something to help her lose weight, but using religion. And she said, do you have anything like that? And I said, I don't know. She said, well, what are the chances you have something like that? I said, slim to none. I thought that was good.
Did you really work in a bookstore?
Well, yeah, but I didn't tell that joke because it's not that good.
I love that you tell stories because you can never really tell if they're true or not.
I'm going to try to stick to stories today.
I love it. All right. I only have 2 originals and the rest I've borrowed. What should I start with? Should I start with? Originals? Okay. Original. All right.
You can only get better from there.
Thanks for your confidence. All right. What do you call a hen wearing kitten slippers?
I don't know.
Anybody?
No, I don't know.
A hen wearing kitten slippers.
Okay, we heard it. Go ahead.
This better be good.
Cat shoe chicken.
Oh. Wow. I don't know. That's original?
Can you not tell?
Well, I've got a chicken, and it's a hen. She counts her own eggs. She's a mathma chicken.
See, I knew Pastor Appel was going to have math jokes for us this morning. Pastor Appel, what's your undergrad in? Math education, right?
Just straight up math. Not even education, just math for the sake of math.
How have you found that to be useful in your current vocations?
Sometimes confirmation students actually come to me with problems, math homework problems. So it was, they're sitting there before confirmation class working on math homework.
I was 1-3 and 3-1.
All right, Pastor Finnern, it's your turn, brother.
Well, my college degree was health and exercise science. And so we did a lot of study of the body. And so it was important that our professor once said the question of, why haven't you ever seen a 12-inch nose? This was an anatomy and physiology class. I remember specifically, why haven't you ever seen a 12-inch nose? Because then it would be called a foot.
No. So your undergrad is in health and exercise science, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So you were a personal trainer.
Yeah,
right?
shortly. Yeah, shortly. I knew I wanted to go to seminary, but yeah.
So shortly. So when you were done with it, did you give your 2-week notice?
That's good. Wow. No, I didn't. No, they just, they said, I said I'm going to be a pastor, and then that was it. So, end of story.
Pastor Cleland.
That's awful.
So, my wife and I, we normally pretty good communication and don't get into a lot of fights. But this morning she just starts yelling at me, "You haven't listened to a single word I've said, have you?" And I just thought that's a weird way to start a conversation.
That is a weird way to start a conversation. So what was she talking about?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know. I don't know.
All right.
So
your undergrad's not in marriage and counseling.
No. But we did take a trip to Japan recently, a vacation. But the problem is I tend to get the word jacuzzi and yakuza confused. So now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia.
Oh no!
Grown.
We need some drum. Drum. I don't know if that one works.
I should add sound effects.
We need some sound effects on that one. Oof.
All right. Here's the other only original, because I could only create 2 originals for this, and it's in the same genre as the previous one. So if that helps you figure out the answer, what do you call a pig wearing cowboy boots?
Ham, bacon.
I'm hungry.
Going through my pig synonyms.
Hog. I don't know.
What do you call it?
Pig wearing cowboy boots is moo shoe pork.
Oh man.
Wait, do people laugh at this? Like, did you have a moment where people actually laughed at those?
They're originals. I haven't really tried them out.
This is new. Okay, I got you now. All right.
Stayed up all night writing these.
Oh no, these were like months ago.
Oh, okay.
I saved them in a folder specifically for April 1st. All right, Pastor Appel, I believe it's back to you, brother.
Would you like to hear a joke about paper?
It's like The Office.
Yes.
Let's do it. Yeah, paper salesman.
That's all right. It's actually it's pretty terrible.
Terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. I got one about pizza too, but that one's too cheesy.
I know that one's not original because I found that on my dad joke webpage.
Everybody found the same page when they Googled it.
Exactly. We have the same ones. Oh, shoot. Speaking of pizza, when I was in college, I worked at a pizza place to make ends meet. I needed the dough.
Oh, man.
See, I told you these were all practical things you could really put to use today.
It's true.
Yeah.
So you can use these with your family at the dinner table tonight. I mean, all these pizza jokes would be great at the dinner table.
It's true.
Well, last night at the dinner table, my wife and I got into it again. She was telling me, "You don't like any of my family. You just, you'd rather hang out with your family. You don't like my family at all." And I go, "That's not true. I love your mother-in-law."
Nice.
She doesn't like when I tell that joke.
I don't know why. Ryan's not going to listen to this episode.
No. She's heard all these jokes before.
Story of my life. I've heard all these every day. All right. It's, I guess, is it back to me?
Yes.
Is it back to me? All right. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator.
That's not original either. I can guarantee that. Okay.
I know, because you saw it on the same page.
Actually, I just bought my wife a new refrigerator because I really wanted to see her face light up when she opened it.
Oh. Is it? That sounds more like how you got her to start dating you, not necessarily a dad joke. Like, oh, you're so bright and so, the light just hits you so beautifully. Yeah, that's what I envisioned, more of a pickup line, if you will.
Okay. I have to ask it, Jen, and maybe listeners can chime in on this too if they want to email us. They can email us now. I don't have a new email address for Tea Time. We have an email address for that previous program, so you can email us coffee@kfuo.org. I'm curious, gentlemen, have you ever heard this general rule of thumb when buying gifts for wives? This is not a joke, by the way.
Okay.
When buying gifts for wives, especially for like those special occasions like Valentine's Day or anniversary, that you don't buy something that you plug in. Like, don't buy an appliance like a refrigerator or
so just like a regular broom or
oh no. And look, the inbox is filling up. That was not intended to be a joke. I was asking for actual advice. All right. Let's see. I think Pastor Appel went next. It's back to Pastor Finnern.
All right. So I don't like the winter. So thankfully, God has called me to Minnesota. So I don't like the winter, but one of the joys is when you're able to make a snowman with your kids. My kids are getting a little too old for that now, but still we can do it. So when we do,
you're never too old to build a snowman.
Well, if you don't want to be on the snow, it's not good. But anyways, but it reminds me of snowman. I heard this before. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? I smell carrots. I think that's good. Isn't that good? Of course, if you have to say that's not funny if you say it's good. Yeah. But
all right, Pastor Cleland, do you have another story for us?
Yeah, sure.
Does this involve like communication?
No. We're done with those.
Okay.
So there's this bar down the street from my house, and I was curious, how long it would take me to get there. So I timed my route there. It took me 5 minutes to walk there, but it took me 45 minutes to walk back. The difference is staggering.
Oh dear.
That wasn't on the webpage I found. That was not on there. Yeah.
It was not. Well,
it's not a true story.
Did you ever get one of those mugs that says, I think somebody in this ensemble has a mug that says "World's Okayest Dad"? Does anybody in this group have that?
I should. I'm pretty okay.
No one in this group has that. Well,
no, I don't. No,
I don't either.
Kids, now you have some goals for Father's Day this summer. Find that mug that says "World's Okayest Dad." So, what do you call a factory that makes okay products?
I don't know.
A satisfactory.
Oh,
that's a good one.
You got it.
That is good.
All right. Well, you are listening to Tea Time, your half hour for half the caffeine on KFUO Radio. I'm Andy Bates with the Reverends of Radio. We'll be back in just a few moments with more great knowledge that you can use right away.
At Concordia University, Wisconsin, we believe you were created for a reason: to use your God-given gifts to help others, to live a life of self-sacrifice in a me-first world, to live a life that's uncommon. Whether you're taking one of 50-plus online programs or learning with us in person on the shores of Lake Michigan, you'll be equipped to make an uncommon impact. Learn more at cuw.edu. Concordia University, Wisconsin. Live uncommon.
Welcome back to Tea Time, your half hour for half the caffeine on this April 1st on KFUO Radio. I'm Andy Bates with the Reverends of Radio, Pastor Timothy Appel, Pastor Brady Finnern, and Pastor James Cleland. We're sharing with you great practical wisdom that you can use right away in your daily lives. That's right. Dad jokes that you can use at the dinner table this evening. So I believe I went last. It's back to Pastor Appel, who figured out who answered my last question. So Pastor Appel, it's your turn, I believe.
I have a question for Pastor Finnern, given his background in exercise science. What has 5 toes and isn't your foot?
5 toes, but isn't your foot? Yeah, I don't remember that one. Anatomy. Go ahead.
My foot.
Oh, okay. All right. Is it my turn now? I'm excited now to follow that one up. It's going to be hard, but we'll have to.
Do you have a math one for Pastor Appel?
I don't have one back for him. So this summer we're going to Florida, We love going by the ocean. And so one of my kids asked me, why do seagulls fly over the ocean? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be called bagels.
Bagels. Unless you're in Minnesota, what are they if you're in Minnesota? What are they called?
I don't know.
Like, how do you pronounce bagel?
Bagel.
How do you pronounce bagel?
I don't know, bagel.
Minnesota?
I don't know. We say bagel. I don't know.
Okay.
We say other words differently, but not bagel. I mean, bagel's a bagel. Come on.
Bagel.
If you get into, garbage bags, then things get messy real quickly. Yeah, they get real messy because some people say it right, some people say it wrong. That's still up for debate.
All right. Let's see. Pastor Cleland, I think the other Reverends of Radio have shared some joke or reference to their undergrad studies where I believe yours was it anthropology? Is that what you studied?
It was, yeah.
Do you have any anthropology?
I'll get back to you on that one. I'll have to dig one up. But I also, I'm an amateur electrician, I think my son might take after me someday, but I was worried because yesterday I caught him chewing on electrical cords. So I had to ground him. He's doing better currently and now conducting himself properly.
Oh, wow. Did he give you any resistance?
That's a good one.
Leave it to the math man. Oh, dear. Oh, well, speaking of math questions, math problems. I mean, let's be honest. Math should just grow up and solve all its own problems. It took a minute to sink in. Sorry, that one didn't. That one just kind of fell flat. All right, Pastor Appel. Sorry, mine tanked. Your turn.
Well, we'll go back to home improvement. So what's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint.
I don't know.
Red paint. That's awful.
Smells like blue paint. Oh, that was deep.
Boy. Okay. Speaking of color, what's brown and sticky?
A stick?
A stick. During COVID, I did a pandemic parables. That was something that I did on Fridays. And I asked for congregation members to send me dad jokes. And I really only got dad jokes from one lady. And she's the quietest, nicest, kindest lady. And this was by far her favorite. She said, Pastor, what's brown and sticky? And she said, a stick. And it was just wonderful because everyone roared because she's the one who asked it. So I should have had her come on and do it. But anyways, that goes with that.
All right, Pastor Cleland.
Yeah.
Can you beat stick?
Probably not.
So my wife has a very strange kind of OCD thing where she
knows she's been part of all these.
She loves it. Trust me.
You're on.
She has this weird OCD thing where she has to arrange the dinner plates by year that they were bought. It's an extremely rare dish order.
Oh no!
I hear Pastor Appel groaning.
Oh no!
All right, so this one's for Pastor Finnern, Exercise and Science Pro, or Health and Exercise Science Pro here. So, what does a sprinter eat before a race?
I don't know.
Fast food?
Close. Nothing. They fast.
Oh. Mm-hmm. The fast. Yeah, that's good.
They fast. Yeah. They fast. All right, Pastor Appel.
Why should you wear an extra pair of socks when you golf?
Why?
In case you get a hole in one. I'm awful at golf. That's never happened to me.
I'm only remotely decent at mini golf. I think, all the organizations, charitable organizations that have golf tournaments every year, no one has caught on to my idea of an annual mini golf tournament.
Yeah, dude.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. Let's do it. KFU mini golf tournament.
I think it's time. I tell you what, I give a little bragging moment here if I could?
A what?
A
moment?
Bragging, humble brag. I'll call it a humble brag.
The next episode of Tea Time is all about speaking Minnesotan.
That's right. Humble brag.
Okay.
That's how we call it.
Humble brag.
Humble brag. So in 6th grade, I had mini golf once in my life. And so we were on vacation by my aunt and uncle, and they said, hey, there's going to be a mini golf tournament at the local mini golf. So you want to come, Brady? Sure. So I came. 6th grade. And I go there, and they literally had a state tournament the year before, and 2 people were at the state tournament of mini golf. This is real. This was in Minnesota in the 1990s. And I went, and I won. I won the whole thing. And they're like, wow, this guy's a prodigy, So I got a 39 out of 18 holes. It was wonderful. And then the next day I did it again, and I golfed a 65. So it was totally one day. I still have the award. It's a major award, right? Anyways, so yeah.
Major award.
It's a major award. And so that is my humble brag moment of I won mini golf tournament in 6th grade. That's what I have. That's all I got.
Is the award fragile?
Fragile. Must be Italian.
Where did we leave off? Whose turn is it?
It might be mine. Oh, serious? Okay.
I'll take it. So my daughter I keep telling stories about my wife. My daughter had a project at school, and she had to build, she built a Mount Everest, out of like paper mache and whatnot.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Mount Everest?
No, mache.
Oh, yeah, mache.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
That's
go ahead.
French. All right. So she took it into school for the fair or whatever, and the teacher asks, wow, Maggie, is it to scale? And she goes, no, it's to look at.
Oh, dear.
I thought it was funny.
This next one is in honor of my regular co-host, who could not be here today. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? No takers. It was too tired.
Oh,
it was too
tired. That's good.
Tired.
Wow. On my side. On my side. Yeah.
I can hear it. You're laughing so hard. Don't worry, my next one's a math joke for Pastor Appel.
Yes.
So, all right, Pastor Appel, it's your turn.
Have any of y'all ever seen an elephant hiding in a tree?
No.
Me neither.
Can't say that.
Me neither. They must be really good at it.
All right, I'll go. We'll see if we can bring this back here. I also worked at a bank in college, but I didn't make it past the first day because a man came and asked me to check his balance. So I pushed him over.
All right.
That's pretty good.
That was, yeah. You didn't do, as an exercise science professional, you didn't do like the Y balance test and things like that?
No, I didn't. No.
So you didn't? Okay. Only like folks with kinesiology backgrounds would get that joke. Pastor Cleland, your turn.
Yeah.
So it was my birthday the other day, and
I missed it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. And it's not true. And
one day it was your birthday.
One day it was my birthday. Well, yeah. This summer it was my birthday, and I woke up and no one else was up yet, so I thought I'll make birthday breakfast for myself in celebration. So I made pancakes with syrup, and my daughter got up and she sat down and started eating the pancakes, and she's a messy eater. She gets syrup all over herself, and then she looks up at me and goes, "Oh, Daddy, it's your birthday." I go, "Yeah, it's my birthday," and she ran off to the toy room and came back with a deck of cards and gave it to me and got like syrup all over it and handed it to me. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." She goes, "Happy birthday, Dad." I go, "Oh, thank you, hon." I went through the rest of the day and no one remembered my birthday. The only one who did was my daughter. So all I got for birthday was a sticky deck of cards. It was kind of hard to deal with.
That's good.
All right. It's a math question for the mathematician sitting next to the mathematician.
That's right.
All right. I can't figure this one out. I understand odd and even. Pastor Appel, how do you make 7 even?
You take away the S.
Wow.
That's a good one.
It's no fun when actually people get it. I mean, you need to, that's no fun.
All right, everybody, one more round with everybody. Everybody gets one more chance, Pastor Appel.
The best one. Here we go.
Okay. Have you ever been asked to say anything at a funeral visitation?
Yes.
Well, if you ever run out of things to say, you could just say the word plethora, because it really means a lot to them.
I do want to hear that actually happen. Like, just do that and walk away. You know, if you really know the person well, it probably would work. But yeah, probably not. I don't know. I wouldn't suggest it though.
All right, Pastor Finnern.
Oh, once again, none of these were originals, by the way. None, 0.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if I can find the last one I have. Okay, here we go. What did the surgeon say to the patient who insisted on closing up their own incision? Suit yourself. Done. I'll be here all week. Yeah.
I heard the pin drop there.
Pastor Cleland, what story do you have for us now?
Yeah, I got a last one about my wife. It's actually about how I met her.
Last.
Are you writing an apology to her right
I
now?
was gonna say, you are on thin ice. You are on thin ice. Oh, I didn't even dare to do this.
I met my wife while visiting the zoo. There she was in her uniform, and I knew she was a keeper.
No.
Well, never mind. I'm not going to touch that one.
Wow.
What do you call a belt made of watches?
I don't know.
A waste of time. Oh, that was appropriate to end on today. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully you found something useful that will bring some laughter and smiles to the dinner table this evening. Reverends of Radio, I think you should stick to your regular day jobs.
You as well.
Thanks so much for spending this April 1st with me on Tea Time, your half hour for half the caffeine on KFUO. Dear friends, regular listeners, fear not, the coffee hour will be back on Monday. Thanks for joining us today.